Am I the asshole for defending my daughter's religious choices? I understand religion can be a touchy subject sometimes, so I will try to tread carefully. My daughter, Jessica, 22 female, dropped the bombshell that she was going to be an atheist and did not wish to attend church services anymore unless necessary, weddings, funerals, etc. As her mother, I was initially shocked and rather hurt because I raised her as a Christian, but we had lengthy discussions and worked through the adjustment together. Since then, Jessica has been happy with the new arrangements, as am I. After finishing a quarter of summer school and with more free time on her hands, Jessica decided to drive up to visit her grandparents and planned to stay there for the rest of summer before the school year started again. But not even 1 week into her stay, Jessica drove home upset. She told me that when her grandparents were prepping for church, as they always do every Sunday, Jessica mentioned that she was now an atheist and did not want to attend church anymore and would wait for them to get home before resuming activities together. But her grandmother blew up upon hearing the news and started saying hurtful comments, like how Jessica would be punished by him and how she was being manipulated by evil spirits, to say the least. The two apparently quarreled for a good half hour or so before Jessica decided to leave. According to my daughter, she tried to have a thoughtful conversation, but said her grandmother was too stubborn and unwilling to listen, despite grandfather's attempts to calm the situation. She still forced Jessica to go to church, and that was when Jessica decided to leave. After attending to Jessica's needs, I called my mother up, and she told me I was a terrible person for raising a quote-unquote soulless child. I argued back, saying that Jessica is an adult and was entitled to her own beliefs and lack thereof, as were we. I questioned my mother if she loved her grandchild any less now that she did not believe in the same quote-unquote higher power. My mother deflected and kept repeating that Jessica was a sinner and she would go to hell if I didn't fix her behavior. Getting nowhere, and in the spur of the moment, I impulsively ended the call by saying, "You know what? I'd rather burn for all of eternity if grandparents like you were in heaven." Now, I'm very torn because I let my emotions get the better of me and may have ruined my relationship with my mother over my reckless, curt response. However, I also wasn't willing to let her talk about my daughter this way either. So, am I the asshole for defending my daughter's religious choices? For purposely sending my cousin the wrong timing for a movie so the others could enjoy? I am a 16-year-old female and my brother Nate is 17 male. He was diagnosed with IED when he was 12. At first, I walked on eggshells around him, but things are much better now. Most family members know and understand that IED is not just tantrums, but a serious issue. Some do not. One of my cousins, Kira, 17 female, is one of those people. Ever since my parents informed the family about Nate being diagnosed, she has done nothing but intentionally push his buttons at every family gathering, outing, or whenever we are together. My parents have talked to my uncle and aunt about this, but they brush it off, calling it pranks. Now, my parents will not, under any cost damage relations with my dad's brother and his family or my dad's other siblings. None of my other cousins like Kiara or her family. We are forced to be cordial because of our parents. Kiara has been invited every time us cousins hang out together, most of the time ending with Nate being triggered by Kiara. The day before yesterday, we all planned to watch a movie. Our parents knew this, so of course they told Kiara's parents, who told her. She messaged me and asked me where and when we were all supposed to meet. My brother had been really looking forward to this movie and meeting our cousins after a few months in person. He also had been in a really good mood, and I didn't want Kiara to ruin it, so I did what I thought was best at the time. I gave her the wrong timing. I told my cousins and Nate what I did, and they were fully on board. After the movie finished, we came out of the theater and waited for some time in the parking lot. As soon as we saw Kiara pulling over, waving at us, all of us waved back with the sweetest smiles, made a run for our cars, got in, and left. As expected, when me and Nate reached home, we were immediately ambushed by our parents about why we abandoned Kiara. Apparently, she has cried all the way home. My parents grounded me and Nate for 2 weeks. He surprisingly took it well and said that it was worth it. The rest of my cousins were grounded as well. I did text them telling them they could tell their parents it was my idea, but my cousins refused and reiterated what my brother had said. I thought that was the end of it, but my parents have been really hurt by this and said me and Nate humiliated them in front of Kiara's parents and that Kiara has been inconsolable since. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance I don't like her wedding dress? So my fiance and I are getting married in 9 months. She has been wedding dress shopping with her girls for months now. She found the dress she loved and she bought it. She was so excited to keep it a secret. She showed me pictures of the bridesmaids' dresses, and I told her they were pretty. They match my groomsmen's suits really well. Anyway, she brought her dress out and asked what I thought. I specifically asked her if she wants the God-honest truth and wants me to critique the dress, or if she knows she loves it and just wants to show me. She said she wanted my God-honest truth. She put on the dress and came out of the bathroom, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. She's a beautiful woman and looks incredible in anything, of course, but the dress completely dwarfed her and didn't really fit the wedding theme she has worked so hard for. She wanted a foresty, magical, and whimsical type theme. Flower crowns on the bridesmaids, etc. But she chose a super sparkly dress with a huge skirt, which looked nothing like the simply body-hugging, sexy dresses that she has been repeatedly showing me. She picked basically a huge Disney princess dress, and I just didn't like how it looked at all. I was honest when I told her I didn't like it, and I was surprised she picked it because it just doesn't seem to match her, and I just thought it was too much poof and sparkle. She got really quiet and stormed back upstairs, and then stormed out of the house and went to her mom's. She later texted me saying she couldn't believe I would say that I didn't like it and what a dickhead I am, and she blocked my number. This is our first major fight, and I'm just really annoyed because I asked her if she wanted a real opinion, and she said yes. So, am I the asshole for telling her I don't like the dress? Edit to add, aha! I read my credit card statement. The dress was $9,000. Might help explain the reaction. Oh, you don't like this $9,000 dress?